felt this heat in my spine start to increase and rise. And I felt and saw this multi-spectral white light within me grow so brightly that it filled all of my senses. My body was vibrating on a molecular level, but I did feel that I was losing my grasp on my body. There was a different conscious entity sending me some message from somewhere else. The government and the military industrial complex companies are just starting to discover the connection between what they're calling the phenomena and consciousness, and how instrumental and fundamental consciousness is to the whole thing. Non-human intelligence and extraterrestrial stuff is absolutely plugged into consciousness, because, again, if consciousness is the fundamental substrata of all of physics, it's going to make sense that the point that we're trying to discuss and experience, we're starting to choose words that just are going to pale in comparison to the experience itself. There's going to be meaning that you assign to those words that's going to take you off the path of truth. The idea is to take all these words to try to get you in a direction from maybe if you're farther away from an internal experience, you use the words to push those push you in a general direction towards that internal experience. But please replace all the words and all the books you ever read with the internal experience that you have, because that's the delivery of truth, right? Personally, I think that we've had 7,000 years of contemplative disciplines without mass communication technologies, at least electronic mass communication technologies. We've had this consciousness thing within us that we haven't been using, which is a great mass communication technology. But at the point that we were at a way of being able to communicate one to many, it almost becomes a responsibility that we have to take this experiment and move forward and say, okay, so these are the types of things that you can experience internally, and these are the disciplines that you can use globally to be able to have these internal experiences, and then use those internal experiences as you're teaching, because you're plugged into the real thing. Like, everyone listening to this is absolutely plugged into consciousness. You absolutely have a way of going within yourself to find the truth. And so use any story that comes out of this as an example of what you can find. Don't glom onto anything, any one thing or any many things that I say, because the truth is going to be discerned from your internal experience. It's not going to be discerned from anything that you and I say here on this podcast or conversation or whatever. And I know that we both had some internal experiences that have changed us, and those are important for us.